Good morning and welcome aboard, everyone. My name is HarleyTrek, and these are my voyages. Today's not as warm as the forecast would have otherwise indicated. Not that I'm tremendously surprised. But I would have expected it to be warmer by now than it is. Still a little chilly. Got my leather jacket on. But topic of today's video is Stage 1 achieved. I've mentioned before how when I bought this bike, it had like, really? Yep. Anyway, when I bought the bike, she had 3/4 of Stage 1 in place. High flow intake, aftermarket exhaust. Well, I finally got the tuner thing nailed down, and this is the test flight after I installed it. I knew I had Kiriakin exhaust, true dual exhaust on this girl. I didn't know what brand of intake I had, so I pulled the cover off. Of course, you know, I tend to do things backwards half the time, so I went ahead and ordered the Dynojet Power Commander 5. And while that was en route, I decided that maybe I better nail down exactly what I've got so I can download the appropriate map. I didn't go with the auto tuner add-on, mainly because this girl is so old, being an 05, she does not have O2 sensors, and to use the auto tune, according to what I read, and if I interpreted it correctly, one would have to install said O2 sensors or weld bungs into the exhaust for it to hook up to. Well, I didn't want to go that route, so I just bought the Power Commander. So I pulled off the breather cover, hoping I could find a model number or something. No such luck there. But luckily for me, I saw an Arlen Ness logo on the filter. So, in addition to the Kiriakin Crusher full exhaust, I've got the Stage 1 Arlen Ness Big Sucker intake. So that was that. So while the Power Commander was winging its way toward me, I went on their website to find the appropriate map, and there ain't no appropriate map. They've got like 100+ maps for this bike, but none of them, I think maybe there were a couple that, no, I know better. There are none that have my particular components. So I thought, great, I just wasted $300. But I reached out to Arlen Ness. I reached out to Dynojet, the manufacturers. His vocabulary is iffy today. And explained my situation and asked if they could help. The next morning, I'd received an email from their customer support suggesting a map that should be comparable to my add-ons. And I must say, so far, they seem to have hit the nail on the head. Throttle response is snappier. No decel pop. But in all fairness, she doesn't do it unless it's much hotter outside. I need to get her up to speed. The install was pretty straightforward. You just pull off the right side cover and hook her up. Well, you have to download and install the map, but you don't have to connect it to a PC while you're installing it. I mean, I did that with my desktop. Downloaded the map, installed a firmware update, and was good to go. They don't have an option for Windows 10 for the software, but Windows 7 works just fine on a Windows 10 machine. So far, I'm pretty impressed. What I'm hoping this addresses is how hot this bike runs, or ran, hopefully. If it's anyways over 70 degrees, and you've been cooking it a while, I mean, you can just about smell oil burning when you come to a stop. It got that hot. I was constantly worried about overheating in slow traffic. The exhaust note sounds a little bit different. I'm a fan. And of course I have the option of going and having her dyno tuned, but the only authorized people for that in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I've seen the place. but it looks like it hasn't been opened in like years. So hopefully I won't need that. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. While I'm talking about performance upgrades, I got to give a shout out to my pal Mike Haley 7, who just cammed to the Phoenix. I forget what stage that is, 2 or 3, but she sounds like a whole new bike. And the way, Mike, you're riding her, I'm sure she behaves like a brand new bike. I've never ridden a 103 cubic inch bike, so I don't know how that performs in comparison to my 88 cubic inches. But I can only imagine what a bump putting those cams in has given you. But with that being said, I'm going to continue on with some road testing here. And I'll catch y'all guys on the flip side. Ride 'em if you got 'em, and live long and prosper.